channel's a geezer channel.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You got a bunch of geezers watching me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You do have a bunch of geezers watching you, Tim. And I wanted to follow up and make sure that we have to cover this video that you released today, the I'm done with relationships, because Tim is buying everything to potentially mask his massive amounts of low self-esteem and depression. And he is showing us so much exciting content from his trailer based on the Bradenton slab in Florida. Anyway, my name is Life and Vibe, otherwise known as Ray. And if you do happen to like this type of content, make sure you subscribe, hit the likes, make sure to leave me a comment. And if you do happen to see that hype button down below, give me a little hype. It helps us smaller creators get known. And as always, just because Tim is a litigious SOB, just want to show my fair use statement. And of course, any disclaimers that, of course, this is just for entertainment, educational purposes only. These are my opinions. And even though I am a registered nurse here in the United States, I don't treat or diagnose anybody. We just have some fun over here. All right, Tim, we're going to put you at 1.5. Oh, my goodness. How Tim is feeling intimidated, I'm thinking. He is trying to show that he is not afraid of the haters. Or maybe you were feeling a little insecure today, Tim. Why the pew-pew out? Why the pew-pew out? Someone in your comment sections thought this was the pew-pew, and they were laughing, saying it was a phone holder. No, sweetheart, that's the phone holder. That's Tim's helmet. This is a cognitive test. That's a pair of sunglasses. That's Tim's insecurity lying on the table. All right, Tim, take it away.
Mr. Rogers, I put my shoes on this morning, and we're ready to get out here and make a video. I have got so much going on that I could have been videoing some of it too. But yesterday, riding on the KLX, I went and bought a helmet. There's literally no windbreak at all riding on that. So if I do make a video, it's going to be a voiceover because it's going to be solid wind. And I didn't want to wear this helmet because, it does have the voice to be able to be good. And there's nothing wrong with wearing that helmet, actually, because I'm not going to fall down. I'm not out off-roading. Like, that's why I went and bought the little motocross helmet at Walmart. And I don't want to fall down on the off-roading with the $1,200 shoey. That wouldn't be cool. Anyway, let me tie these shoes. We're going to go outside. I have got
just more reasons to shop, because potentially you have a compulsive buying shopping disorder, Tim. Soon to be hopefully listed in the DSM-5 with text revision. Well, it'll probably end up being the DSM-6 then.
So many videos I need to make today for you guys that are coming to you. One is I'm going to be showing you my new mattress setup for the truck. I hope it works, because I am ready to get out of here at the end of the month, if not sooner.
Sorry, DSM-5, 6th edition. Oh, Tim's got me so confused.
To go out west with the KLX. Now, I spent a great deal of time this morning talking to my buddy Jim and I on AI.
Oh, goodness. Tim, there is really a concern that you are becoming way too friendly with the AI. Oh, my goodness.
Regarding modifications. And let me tell you, I really promote, hey, how you doing? I really promote the AI, because unlike a lot of people that actually get these bikes and they start modifying them with.
See, Tim, this is how we know you're being insecure and performative, is that you had it at the other spot and you've had to bring your pew-pew over to the other side. As if you're like trying to intimidate somebody. None of us are intimidated, especially if you're trying to point this out to people. So people were talking about this in your comment section. I know all the guys find it funny, but a lot of your female channel watchers are not finding it so funny. And I've noticed like Sherry kind of disappeared. You started out the new year talking, about your devotionals, and you just really tried to knock it out with that motivational. And then I guess you weren't getting the views and saw that if you talked about motorbikes, you get more views. So now it's all about you. You said you weren't going to be about you. And in less than a week, you're all about you. worse than ever. Your viewership is potentially increasing because of the motorbikes. So I guess, but the other audience that you've had, I think you're going to alienate a lot of those folks. You might keep a few hardcores.
Pulling the air box out and taking the snorkel out and the secondary throttle control, this little flapper in the throttle body, and putting on a different exhaust pipe and making it louder. They end up making an obnoxious, louder, no faster, other than their mental mind thinking it's faster. It's very negligible. Now you take the Japanese engineers, yes, they have to meet emissions and stuff like that to get these things shipped, and that's the old excuse. They're all choked up. And you need to rip everything out of there. All the emissions, the tailpipes, the throttle body. You need to take it all out and throw it away. And then put this on, put that on, and buy this and buy that. AI educated me that there is a difference between modifications and upgrades. So I'm going to spend quite a bit of money actually on upgrades, and they have nothing to do with that motor. I'm not going to mess with that motor. That motor is perfect and bulletproof, and I don't need it to be obnoxious. I like quiet pipes, but I'm going to change the handlebars, the grips, the foot pegs. There's going to be a rack put on the back for a bag, and a skid plate on the bottom to protect the motor from rocks that can hit it.
Sounds like somebody's finding ways to spend a lot of money.
And different things like that I've got a list to buy. And so it's going to be comfort and protection and those kinds of things. And if I ever go to resell it, believe me, I am so glad I didn't spend $5,500, which is what I was going to spend, for a CRF 300L over in Port St. Lucie. And he did sell it. I'm sure he would. And he had all these things done that everybody does. Now, he had a lot of the comfort things too, but he had some ECU. He changed the muffler pipe. He a couple of things like that I'm not going to mess with that motor. I am not going to mess with it. And I've got, like, I don't know, 30 miles on this bike. I need to ride it today to break it in. I'm also not going to wait for 600 miles to go by before I change that oil out of there with all those metal shavings in there, especially the way I've been riding it. I've been riding it like I stole it. You're not even supposed to, according to Kawasaki, rev it.
Oh my goodness, Tim. I don't know. We didn't see a video, so we can't believe you. Anytime we don't see the actual receipts, you know what we think.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, and you're probably a liar.
Above 4,000 RPMs. Well, that's like, you can't even get out. You can't even go on the road. They'll run over you. So I took it yesterday, like I said, 78 miles an hour and doing these different things. But AI says that's fine. Go ahead and change that oil now. I said, well, I've only got 30 miles on it. And
AI is perfect for narcissists like Tim. Tim doesn't think that AI argues with him. It gives Tim just the answers that Tim probably wants to hear. He has a history of having befriended subscribers and followers of his channel, Sarasota Tim, and they have known him in real life and have experienced his more angry and rageful side. And another reason why we make commentary around Sarasota Tim is to try to warn anybody who's watching his content for the first time that if a person seems like super friendly and just over the top, the way Tim can potentially be, then they're probably masking more angry behaviors. And we have seen him like get angry when he's driving. His real personality comes out. So just caution, folks. Caution.
I said, all right, well, at 50 miles, go ahead and change it. So it'll probably have a few more than that because I ordered the oil and filter, a whole $35 oil change. It takes 1 quart of oil and 1 little filter and a crush washer. Takes about 10 minutes. So I will be changing that oil out here next week when that arrives at the door, along with some modifications that I'll be doing to it. And once I get it all modded out and go see my dermatologist next week and get all healed up, and I don't know if there's any sutures or follow-ups they're going to want to do, if any biopsies or something, I'm going to want to get it all caught up this year because it's a new calendar year with my healthcare. And then
so we'll pay for skin cancers to be cut out, but we will not pay for your follow-up about the eye that you had because you complained that it's a $45 copay, Tim. So I think some of this is going on.
I simply asked. I said, I wish I could have this dry bacon. Well, I mean, you know what that is.
Tim, we're getting out all the favorites because you just are full of it.
Watching videos of places to go out west in Arizona and Utah. There's Quartzsite, of course. A lot of people are at right now. I don't know about how good of riding is around there, but it's kind of a flat land, But getting out to Glamis and Ocotillo Wells and, like I said, Utah and just other places around out west. Maybe when it warms up in the spring or late spring, I go up to Virginia and Kentucky and all these other videos I've been watching with these guys. They go on these, I guess they're recreational vehicle courses.
Tim, I don't like the fact you like to talk about coming to my home state of Virginia after you have given me so many channel strikes because you don't like me making commentary and highlighting that you took over $58,000 in potentially wire fraud of EIDL money. You sit there with like a pew-pew as if you're trying to intimidate a female creator on this platform. And that's really, really part of your insecurity. And I'm not intimidated. I promise you. You know that I would put a restraining order on you the second you left and said you were coming to Virginia. And I can promise you, I know enough details of you, sir, to be able to put one out and have enough evidence about your behaviors to secure one. So good luck.
Where you don't pay, maybe you do pay, I don't know, but they're basically single track trails and dirt roads and all kinds of hills and routes and things. And you better have some serious protection on you. But I've seen this bike go from just somebody babying it to absolutely, falling down a hill. They just pick it up, start it, and go again. It is bulletproof. The Gold Wing is not going anywhere at the moment. I could sell it. I could sell this after I fix it up and play with it. I could keep them both. I could have nothing. I could sell my truck. I could sell my camper. You never know. You'll see when I see. I do what I want to do when I feel it. And this is what, I want to talk about this morning is I personally feel for Sarasota Tim, true happiness in his 60s is for me because of my personality and what I like to do. I'm not a homebody. And that relationship business is no good. No good. If you're a guy like me that's adventurous and you want to get out and do stuff that she's not going to want to do, you can't even put her on the back anyway and go out on the trails on a dirt bike. Yeah, she could be at home. You could come back to her. But how about going and not worrying about coming back? How about living your life for you? Now, this is not to
That's all you ever done, Tim. Live your life for you. Not changing then. Disparage
anyone that loves their wife or loves their husband and they're in the best relationship. They honor them and cherish them, which you should. But for me, I'm out. At this point in my life, you never know. God could put somebody in my life, but I don't want it. I don't need it. And I just want to do what I want to do. I want to see this country. I want to see all I can see and do all.
I don't know what God's got to do with that, Tim. Has God got something to do with the fact that you're so insecure? You've got to set a pew-pew over here on the side? And for somebody to think that was a phone charger and didn't see this sitting over here, you need to look a little bit closer at your screen.
All I can do while I can do it. That doesn't mean that I've got some, cancer or something like that. I'm going to die in 6 months. It just means that I know that at 67 years old, likely in a few more years, exponential aging, that I may not want to go out dirt bike riding. My eyesight might get so bad, or I might just get something or whatever. So I hope to live to be 100. But I know that at 100, I'm not going to be out riding dirt bikes. Maybe at 80. But seriously, all this adventure that I want to get out of my system and then settle down one day, maybe. But if you're a guy like me, and I meet guys like me, especially around places where they ride motorcycles, whether it be on the Dragon, or I'm going to probably meet a lot of people out on these off-road things. These are guys, I'm talking about geezers. I'm not talking about these young guys. There are so many people buying this bike. That Kawasaki KLX is such an easy.
Oh my goodness, Tim. I can't believe I have to bring out this more than once in one video.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, you really do on this one, Tim. You're not making any women feel sad. Nobody wants to be your hospice wife. No lady wants to be your nurse with a purse. I know you think you're going to be getting some hot blonde. Just think that you scream red flag with 3 divorces and a child that doesn't speak to you.
Flickable, safe, fun, adventurous, cool-ass bike to ride around on for a geezer that just wants to take it to whatever level you want to go. It'll keep up with the rest of them. You're going to be right in there in the mix. You don't need this full-on dirt bike, 2-stroke, where you just barely hit the throttle and the whole thing spins out from under you, throw a rooster tail back 30 feet. You don't need that. You need something cool. And when I started watching that one YouTuber that bought one, he bought a 250. He's a very thrifty guy. He buys everything pre-owned. Got an old Land Cruiser. He rides around in. He's out and he lives in Wyoming. So he's right there in his back door to Idaho, Colorado, Utah, and all these places. And he just makes me so envious of these beautiful places.
Damn, you need to stop consuming so much YouTube content. Now you have YouTube Premium and becoming envious of others' lives. It is part of a show on YouTube. You should understand that. You're trying to show a bunch of stuff that isn't true about you all the time. Like how you acquired your money, that you had money due to hard work, which we know you deleted the video because we have copies of the video that you clearly state you took out money in EIDL, which was over $58,000, and paid off personal debt and bought a vehicle, and I think the wolf pup potentially at that point. And then you hit YouTube payday. So on a video that regurgitated probably somebody else's information, because I am starting to understand that majority of your content, I know people are like, oh, well, she makes commentary about this person. Well, that's a commentary and reaction channel. This is what we do. I don't know what part of commentary and reaction is misunderstood on the platform. I am trying to help educate around this.
The United States that I just want to go, and I've got it dialed in. I've got the air mattress, I've got the Vivor gazebo, I've got the tent, and I've got a truck, and I've got a bike and a truck that's 4-wheel drive to get me off the road as far as I want to go, where it's safe and not get stuck or break anything. And then I've got,
you know what, Tim? None of this is true, because we have seen you travel out west, and we have seen you and heard you speak about all the adventures you're going to go on. And we have seen you drive the interstate, stop at truck stops. And even when you're out in Georgia, in reality, you were showing us the campsite. You were actually doing some hiking. But I think that was really under the encouragement of the company that you were keeping during that time. I think you personally on your own, you'll try to flee somewhere where, you know, you're not comfortable alone, Tim. You really aren't.
a bike that can go and reach even further into the woods or around and all that.
I'm also curious, if you're going out west, I thought you were headed to Ted and Jolene's in February. What happened?
Stuff. And I'm going to set it up to where it's safe. No rock's going to end my day by busting my radiator or blowing my engine case out, the oil coming out. I'm going to have comfortable handlebars. I'm going to have a comfortable seat to sit on. And I'm going to have everything that I want, that I need to circle me around back to home, back to base camp, to gas up and do it again and make videos. And unlike these guys that put all these videos out that, you know, talk about mods and they show with their GoPro going through the trails and, you know, it looks like they're going to hit every tree they go by. It's just so weird to watch these videos. It must be further apart because these guys look like the trees are this close to every time they go through there on these single track. But I'm going to be bringing you a different content, and I'm going to be introducing geezers into this world. This is the world. RV, off-road bike, a very nice little 300, very inexpensive bike. This bike you can buy for $7,000 to $8,000, and then put.
Tim, you can't take that. I am the creator of Geezer World. This, you know, I'm going to have to put my foot down. I am creating Geezer World. Geezer World is men like Tim who are just problematic on the internet, on the YouTube platform. I will be part of, and other people also, in choosing who can be part of Geezer World or not. I may decide if RV living with geezers is part of it. But no, Tim, Geezer World is my creation now. You have got to keep your paws off it. I'm going to trademark it. I copyright you. How dare you?
Put $600 or $800 in it to make it more comfortable with the protection things on it that unfortunately the dealers don't give you. They want you to buy stuff, and you got to buy it. You got to buy it. But all that crap about pulling out the air breather and the throttle tubes and putting on a big loud obnoxious pipe and tires, and don't even change the sprocket. I've learned on that too. If you're going to change anything, change the rear, not the front. And that's another thing I'll get into one day. But I've listened to it all, and I was buying it. I was buying into it, hook, line, and sinker. And then AI straightened me out and said, you know, you do that, and you have a serious risk of doing this. So the cost of it, you know, by doing this mod, and most of these people are thinking they got more power. They might get 1 to 2 more horsepower. They just think they got more power because they can hear something. They can hear it now. And it does change a little bit of the leverage, not the torque. When you change the sprocket.
Oh my goodness, Tim.
2 hours later.
Yeah, you're just yammering on. I mean, it's a short video and I have you to 1.5, but my goodness.
But they want to do the cheap one, like change the front sprocket, which is $15, $20. But then your chain is riding.
You're talking about this stuff, but we don't see the bike outside. We just have to see you sitting next to your pew-pew, super insecure.
Along the swing arm, and it's rubbing it. Or if you change the rear sprocket and you go up 3 teeth, I know I'm losing you, then you got to buy a chain too, because you want to keep that above the swing arm. And that can give you a little more leverage, not torque, but feel like more leverage. But what do I need leverage for? This motorcycle can go anywhere I'm going to want to climb up or go up or do. I don't need to do anything like that. But I don't want my butt to hurt. I don't want, if I do fall down, my handlebar to bend, or my clutch or brake lever to break off. I want to put those little guards around there that protect your knuckles. They're called bark busters. I want to do these things. And I'm going to do it myself and make videos about it. And I'm really excited about it. And that thing is beautiful. By the way, my neighbor named it, and I'm sticking with it. We don't need to worry about C's anymore. We got the crasher, we got the crusher out there, and we got the wing. Okay. The KLX is the Grinch because, I mean, man, when you say the Grinch, I mean, immediately you think of that green monster, whatever he is, the Grinch.
No, when I think Grinch, I think about how cheap you are with everything. That's when I think about Grinch, except when it comes to yourself. But you'll take everybody else's stuff. You're an absolute Grinch.
So she's the Grinch. And I love her, man. She is a great looking bike. I had so many compliments yesterday. My short ride over to Walmart. I pulled in there. You could go anywhere. I pulled up in the bicycle parking and everything. And people are looking at it. It's just got that toy look.
That's where it went, to Walmart and back.
Like when a guy got his mini bike for Christmas when he was a kid. That was me. Or you get a dirt bike when you're 10 or 8 years old, a little 50. Remember the CT50 back in the day? Remember how fun that was? A little trail bike. They shifted with no clutch. You just shifted the lever. Oh, those were a blast. Mini bikes with a lawnmower motor. And then you grew from there. The motorcycle world is like the boat world. It's huge. And when you go out west, of course, you've got side-by-sides and all the different types of vehicles out there. Money is no object. I mean, you can spend this.
He's hoping it's going to be a huge number of views for his dying channel.
Sky is the limit on what kind of off-road you want to do. With a simple two-wheeler, a motocross, dual sport motorcycle that you can get on the pavement and get to the trail and then get off the trail. I mean, get on the trail and go pretty much anywhere you want. I mean, that's pretty darn cool. And to have a nice truck that can haul it, the tongue weight on the back is so strong, it can hold that thing back there like it's not even there. I got that. And the Lord has blessed me with this camper. I can hook up my crusher to the crasher here, and I can tow this anywhere I want to go, likely up to Georgia or Tennessee.
Yeah, okay. Yep, yeah, we'll see that. let's take a comments down below. In what time frame is Tim leaving? All packed up with the crusher and the crasher and the Grinch and obviously Goldwing somewhere in storage in the he shed. We don't know. Keep going. You're almost done.
Summer, and instead of going all the way across country with it at 10 miles per gallon and $3 a gallon, screw that. I'll camp out in a tent. I'll sleep in my truck and take showers at truck stops or gyms.
Sleep in your truck, Tim. Come on. Be serious. You couldn't even take one night at the primitive campsite, which probably wasn't that primitive, in the Florida Keys. So we had no Key West content. And yet you are now unable somehow to rough it at a campsite in Key West. But now we are to believe that you are taking us out on dual sport adventures in the Rocky Mountains of Colorado or somewhere. I don't want to get the state wrong. I just know they go through Colorado. Oh God, I'm probably incorrect. Oh goodness, Tim, finish us out.
So whatever I got to do, I'm going to be crushing it.
Oh yeah, you're not. Oh yeah, we know, Tim. That's absolutely not true. All right, guys. Tim is obviously absolutely insecure as always. And he is talking these big adventures that I'm going to put a very large bet on that we're not going to really see happen. We'll see him pack up some stuff. We'll see him go out maybe to Georgia. He may make it out to Georgia, but the weather's not great at the moment. So he's going to have to go out west. If you're going out west, Tim, take Johnny Vegas's golf clubs. Drop me some golf clubs in the comment section if you got this far to remind Tim to get them back to Johnny Vegas if he does happen to go out west. And of course, I always want to thank my friend Zachary Michael for having this wonderful shout out for me. And like I say, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one, guys. Bye.
Life and Vibe, thanks so much. My queen, my Sarasota Tim expert. Life and Vibe, thanks so much. My queen, my Sarasota Tim.